This is bend, but we don't break. Resiliency is the key. And in discovering the truth is the way we're going to go forth in everything that we go about doing. Because the truth of the matter is, you have been lied to. And the mere conception and inception of information being given on to you in the matters of the Bible is spoken, and the Bible has gone about speaking that, saying that you are God's. Now, I'm here to tell you, I'm not no atheist, I'm not no disgruntled religious person. I'm here to tell you, you are a part of God, but you are no gods. The reason I go about trying to go about sharing this is to go about uplifting and emancipating the consciousness. Everything that we do, we must hold this mindset. The truth is what we seek to establish so that going forth, we walk in a state of peace. Because peace, my good ones, I come to tell you, they are thieves who will stop at nothing to go about robbing you of that peace. Now, if you're new to the channel, thank you for tuning in and welcome. But for those who have been here a while with me, I just want to say thank you for holding me down and supporting the content. I am merely here with the capacity and the blessing and the fortitude to go about uncovering what has been hidden for so long. And some of these things are disturbing. They're merely disturbing because the more I go around, the more I speak to people, there's an unsubtleness. There's a disturbance in the way that people go about coming to terms with what's going on in their lives. They are confused because of the information they have been given. They have been misled. Like what Brother Malcolm said, they have been bamboozled. Excuse me. But we can't have that no more. The truth has to come forth. The truth has to be in a way that it makes us go about seeing and coming to understand the reason we find no clarity is only because others have been going around murkying up the water. And in murkying up the water, when we are making our ways to go about crossing that small pond, we slip and we stumble because we don't have the awareness and the consciousness to go about seeing what is proper footing and setting. But blessing be unto the Most High. Blessing be unto the divine. For inspiration comes to go about smothering these things out. And by smothering these things out, it's only those who have ears will hear. Science teaches that spirituality is a fallacy because it cannot be proven in a repetitive base. But the reason I go about using science, I have no qualms with science. Science has done a lot of good things. But the limitation that science fails to go about realizing is that you can test it, but are you okay with the answer you're getting? You see, an openness helps us to go about understanding the truth. Like case in point, I spoke to a sister the other day, and the sister is indulged with the church. And one of the things the sister was like, do you believe in Jesus? I said, yes. She says, do you accept Jesus as your Savior? I said, no. So she got blanked out. So I asked, did I say anything to offend you? She said, yes. So I said, what did I say that was so offensive? She says, the Bible teaches us that Jesus is our Savior, Lord, and so forth. No one goes to God but through Jesus. So I said, well, do I have a chance to have a rebuttal? She said, okay. So I said, if the creation of all things is perfect, for time is an illusion. But if we look at the balance and everything that comes forth in life, it's precise, it's not off. So that's a clear example of how precise the divine is. The Creator doesn't make mistakes. Now, if the Creator doesn't make mistakes, and the Creator created me and you, where did we go wrong in believing that the Creator made a mistake? Because if the Creator could create a vast universe, colossal, that we can't even track or map all the stars, how could He make such a simple mistake with you and me? Is it not that we have not come yet to understand the divine's true purpose for you and me? The divine doesn't make no mistakes. The divine is flawless. The divine is calculation. The divine is energy. The divine is life. For all things have purpose, but because we want to try to go about quantifying why this and that is happening, because this one is bad, because that one is good, that leaves us in a place of justifying that, oh, no. Because of our ignorance and our fallacies and so forth, the divine has somehow disconnected from us. But this is the misinterpretation that I come to go about clarifying. Brother Jesus brought forth words of inspiration and enlightenment. But the thing that I come to tell you, for even Brother Jesus had to pray to the divine. So the thing that I come to show you, without proper awareness, we are left stumbling. Because if we look throughout the course of history, you can see how humanity is losing its way. The further and further we are distancing ourselves from the truth and the light. The awakening comes when we come forth and allow ourselves the opportunity not to be misled. Now, the reason I go about saying the opportunity not to be misled is because there's so many mechanisms that have been implemented into the social constructs of life. From the days of your youth, when you went to school, I'm here to tell you, they tell you follow the rules so that you don't get out of place. But what that does, it strips you of you. Because as long as the social constructs have you acting according with how everybody else is acting, they are slowly stripping you out of you. You get older, life comes. They tell you this is the level of success. This is what you are supposed to chase. These are the things that you are supposed to go about doing. Despite your true calling, you will ignore that just to go about assimilating. Now, every man, every woman, every person must do what they have to go about doing in order to go about sustaining life. But in the substance of life, don't lose yourself in order to go about chasing an illusion. Now, coming back around full circle, I'm here to tell you, we need to go on a path of self-discovery. That is the only way we are to go about being free and acting in a manner which does not go forth that makes it exclusionary because of race, because of religion, because of politics. And when we discover the truth, I'm here to tell you, race won't even play a factor. Your ethnicity will be non-existent. Your biases will fall away because these are all things that have been programmed in you. Despite the ideology of you believing you have free will. You have been programmed since the day you came into this world. You just haven't come to realize that as of yet. But the minute you turn off the programming, the minute you go about seeing the truth, you will have removed yourself from this social construct and this game that they're playing with you in order to keep you lost. But too many of us have become comfortable with being lost. We have trusted everybody but ourselves because everybody knows best but ourselves. Now, what will you do? This is what I'm here to tell you. Wake up. I have a foundation in which every year I try to go about selling calendars. This year we're doing t-shirts. If you would like a t-shirt, interested in a t-shirt, or just want to make a worthy donation in regards to, we did a foundation one year where we bought blankets for the homeless downtown LA. So if you know anybody who was down there trying to reach out and help, we did a donation to the hurricane victims of Florida. One year we did donations to the battered women's shelter. And prayers go out to anybody who was in an abusive relationship or being downtrodden and so forth. Let's do what it takes to go about helping each other. Last year we did relief funds off the calendars because I sold calendars last year. So the proceeds from the calendars, they went over to the children of Sudan. Sudan is really suffering, and that is a nation that has been suffering for decades now, and it's far too long. And I will never count the next man's pockets, but if there's anything that you could do to go about helping or uplifting another, it's bend but don't break the YouTube channel. I'm trying to start a foundation to where it's everybody has a part to play in the upliftment, because one thing about it, we're all connected, we're all in this together, and if there's anything that you could do, go forth and do it. And I thank you, I appreciate you, and have a blessed one. You already know how we do it around here. Blend, but we don't break.